Each year, the National Park Service alone conducts more than 6,000 search and rescues. And each year, about 120 people who get lost or stranded never make it back. To show you how to get out alive if you get lost in the wild, we've come to this deserted patch of Arizona wilderness with survival instructor Cody Lundeen.
I'm lost, disoriented. What is the first thing I should do?
Lundeen gets by in shorts and a t-shirt. He doesn't even need shoes. For our demonstration, I had hiking boots and a jacket, but no food, water, or shelter.
So the first thing we need to do is keep your body 98.6. That's key.
Sudden temperature drops can happen almost anywhere in America, and there's no better example than Arizona. Here, broiling daytime temperatures can plunge 60 degrees soon after sundown. That's why Lundeen says the first thing you should do before making fire, signaling rescue, even finding water, is find shelter.
The main thing is to wake up alive the next morning. Okay?
Lundeen says you can last 3 or 4 days without water and 3 or 4 weeks without food. But death from exposure can come in hours, even minutes. So find a spot to sleep. Lundeen says look for a flat area that's relatively high. It will stay warmer since cool air sinks.
This rock looks like a great spot because it can block the wind.
It not only blocks the wind, it sucks up heat during the day and radiates it at night, staying as much as 10 degrees warmer than the air temperature. Lundeen says it's essential to scout your surrounding area and stay positive.
Out here, if your attitude falls, you're going to fall with it. So keep your spirits up. Be aware of what's going down. Grab that. That's good luck, too, because it looks like...
an iced tea can. So this can is a great find.
You bet. It's a container.
As you'll see, garbage will be key to getting through the next several hours. Remember, right now Lundeen says the top priority is completing shelter. But it's hot and I'm thirsty. I've decided I've got to have some water. So against Lundeen's advice and ignoring the priorities of wilderness survival, I set out to find some.
Where does water go to? It seeks the lowest spot, right?
And life tends to follow water. Look for concentrations of plant life and listen for insect and bird noises. After a bit of searching, voila, all the water anyone could need.
Follow the sound of the insects and the greenery and a stream. And it looks clean.
It looks clean, but the tiny bugs that's going to get you sick are invisible to your naked eye. Most of the bugs that get you sick have an incubation period of several days.
So if you desperately need water, drink it. Because even if it's contaminated, that won't take effect. You won't get sick probably for a couple of days, and hopefully you'll be rescued before then.
But I don't want to risk getting sick. And without any filters or iodine tablets to purify the water, the only thing left to do is boil it.
We'll see if that works.
So the next step is making fire. Since I have no matches, Lundeen shows me how to start a fire with 2 sticks he'd previously gathered from the area. It takes a little spit, a little sweat, and he's got fire.
This is power.
And you make it look easy.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah, well, now I'll make it look hard.
I'm right about that. Making fire is challenging, but I get a good start.
Excellent.
Come on, there we go.
A little smoke, but no fire, so I try again. And again. And again. But more than an hour and a half later, no dice.
It's not there.
Not gonna happen. Okay.
Now I begin to realize the gravity of my decision to put water above shelter. Darkness is approaching, bringing with it near freezing temperatures.
I failed to start a fire, so I'm not gonna have that warmth tonight. So now what do I need to do?
We need some sort of vegetation that's got some dead air space, which acts as insulation.
Cattails and dry grass can be found in almost every state in the Union. And in bunches, they help keep the body's natural warmth from escaping.
So this is your bed here.
Before settling down for the night, look around. Snakes, rodents, and insects could be in the area. Or in the southwest, scorpions.
There's no scorpions under here.
By now, I'm ready to sleep.
Not exactly the Ritz.
No.
The grass makes an excellent base to keep the earth from absorbing body heat at night. Cattails make good blankets.
Sleeping is not going to be happening tonight. I can tell you that. But I am warm in here right now, so we'll give it a shot.
That night, the mercury plummets into the 30s. As the chill sets in, my vegetation bed helps keep me from getting too cold, but it doesn't make me comfortable. The next morning, my camera crew returns to find me in rough shape.
A long, cold night. I did not sleep, I don't think, more than 5-10 minutes. It got much colder than I thought it would get, and there was so much moisture in the air that this bed just started getting really, really cold, and I had to get up several times and just like jog in place for a half hour, 45 minutes at a time, just to get the body heat up, and then get back into the bed and cover myself up to try to stay warm.
It's early, the temperature is still in the 40s, and I've not had food or water in 18 hours. In order to purify water, cook food, even send a signal for help, I'm going to need fire.
2 tries to light this fire.
This time, Lundin gives me 1 match and shows me how to split it down the middle.
1 match, 2 chances.
Right. Take your time.
Now for the first try.
I've lit a match 1,000 times, but I've never been as worried about it as right now.
Once again, smoke, but no fire.
It's not burning.
This is my last chance. If I don't get it now, I don't get a drink.
Good.
Okay.
And now we want to baby it, twig at a time. Never, ever take fire for granted.
Remember that iced tea can? It makes a perfect container to boil water.
Let's gather a few
While we
of them
wait
now.
for the water to purify, we go hunting. Don't leave the fire, though, unless you've dug a fire pit to keep it from spreading. And again, food is a worry only in long-term survival situations. But in this case, there's plenty of protein to be found, like grasshoppers.
Got them. They are quick. Got them.
And in the water, crayfish. Although those put up a bit more of a fight.
And he got me.
There's a whole bunch right here in front of you.
Also in the water, we found some clams.
So what part can you eat?
And the same cattails I slept under make a good snack.
So it's this right here, right?
Be wary of eating other plants and berries, though. You never know if they could be poisonous.
It's not bad. It's
good.
It's very good.
Then back to camp, where the water has boiled and cooled.
I am ready to drink this.
It's my first drink in 22 hours.
Water out of a used iced tea can. I never thought it'd taste so good.
Meanwhile, my lunch has been cooking.
Yeah, there's something about looking at those eyes, but
The crayfish are packed with protein, which means energy.
It's like popcorn.
that actually is delicious. That is good. Just need a little butter and lemon.
The clams are a little gritty, but not bad.
It's not a Maine clam, but you know what? It'll do.
And remember those grasshoppers?
Chew them.
Just down it.
Doesn't taste like chicken, but it's not that bad, really.
The ultimate goal of any survival situation is to get rescued. And we've already made the best way to signal for help. The fire, built up enough, can be seen for miles.
Look at the plane.
If you can't start a fire, use what you do have. This can lid I found can reflect light to get a pilot's attention. Once again, trash is a potential lifesaver. And if there's a plane directly overhead, don't stand straight up.
If you're standing up and the plane's overhead, it's not seeing as much as if you're down here.
Okay. Of course, a little preparation before you take a trip can make all the difference. Bring 3 sources of fire on 3 different parts of your body. I have a lighter in my jacket and matches in my shirt pocket and pants pockets. Bring a gallon of water for each day you'll be gone. Warm clothing, even if it's just a day trip. And it's always a good idea to have a cell phone, but it may not work where you're going. So be sure to tell someone where you'll be and when you'll be back so they can notify authorities in case you don't return. If you do get lost, remember your priorities. Don't keep wandering, hunker down and look for shelter. Then try to signal for help. If help doesn't arrive, start looking for water.
For 2 New York college students, spring break in the desert came close to disaster.
Paula and Amelia made it through the night, and the next day were discovered by a passing hiker who showed them a shortcut to safety. Looking back, their ordeal was a learning experience. Lost in the wild, they found a new respect for Mother Nature.